Treasured Letter, and tonight is Friday night type night, aka vintage typewriter time, where I'm going to type your names and make something beautiful. I'm not used to the typewriter like all the way up here. This is my first time doing like a horizontal stream, so hopefully you like it and you'll be able to see the typewriter a little bit better. Hi! Oh my gosh, the the whole chat is different. Everyone's names come up in little bubbles now. Oh, this is kind of fun. Hi. This is my first maybe monetized. I don't know. Was there a commercial? I don't know. Welcome. Hi Jody, thank you for the scissors. They're beautiful. They're absolutely enormous and perfect and I love them. All right, so I'm gonna try and type here, see if you can see it. Ignore the mess. I didn't think about the fact that you could see it. Anyway, so here we go. Okay. Today is Friday, May 16th. And we are going to be typing out names. Hi! It's so weird, Anwar. I'm not used to it at all. Welcome. Hi. So the goal, so this is what the room looks like. This is my balloon. It's usually all you see. But I'm gonna see if the monetization thing works on here and see if we can be a real fancy YouTuber, because I got plans and everything. All right, so let's put in Jody, Anwar, Liv, Dustin. All right, I'm wondering if I should put it on the computer so I can actually see what's happening, because it's a totally different like setup. So we're gonna have to see, y'all. We're gonna have to see. Okay, but hopefully it works and we will see. Hello. Hi. Hi. Okay. So okay, I need to figure out where the little beep is. Sorry. I'm gonna move this a little bit. We're using this smaller paper today. We are typing on a Royal Arrow, which is a typewriter named Mildred from 1949. And let me see. Perfect. All right, so move this over slightly. And there we have it. So it's I used my wax, so it's my typewriter is on top of 3 of these, so I'm like up here trying to type. But I wanted you to be able to see it, and without it being this way, I don't know if I can swing it, y'all. But this is our first time. So the goal for today, $50 in sales or donations and 50 likes and 50 subs, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's the goal. So today is Friday night type night. And today I am working on Today I am working on setting up a little poetry booth to be out and about in the world on the 31st, which I believe is a Friday. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It could be a Saturday, but I think it's a Friday. So May 31st, I'm going to be out and about trying to make poetry in public. And I am so scared and I need to get better at it. So today we are manifesting. I'm going to be making like a sign and everything, and I'm just gonna have poetry like on the street. Like I'm gonna try my best to do a thing that I've always wanted to do. It's always been on my bucket list, but I was too scared. So today we're gonna try and combat that. But this is a 1949 Royal Arrow. I'm TreasuredLetter. I have a small business and I absolutely positively love what I do. And I am so grateful for all of you for being here and joining me in that. So Friday night type night is just typewriter ASMR. So I'm gonna type some, and anybody who comes in, I'll type their name also. And yeah, I hope you like it. This feels very weird because I'm used to like this angle, and I'm so thrown off. I'm like, why does the room all of a sudden feel huge? It's not, but it looks it, right? Anyway, this is the Leaning Tower of Wax. It is Liv, but I believe in you. It'll be amazing. Did I put Liv's name? I did. Okay. So May 31st is coming up very quickly. It's less than 2 weeks. It feels like I'm further right. I know. It might be because of the typewriter too. I could like inch forward, but I put a little bow in. I know it's not red, but that's what I had, and I think it's cute. So now this might be something that I do perpetually. I was trying to look like vintage for the part today, but honestly, I really love it. So, and I wore my glasses, so y'all should be proud. I never wear them. Anyway, so here we go. Typewriting. I'm a little flustered because I thought, what a perfect time to buy another typewriter with the money that I don't have that I'm supposed to be making doing the poetry that I want to buy the typewriter for. Anyway, so I went to reach out to the place that I love in Massachusetts with the like lovely gentleman I spoke to on the phone, and Google said it permanently closed, which means there's no typewriter place anywhere near me. So I'm scared. So I'm gonna call them tomorrow and see if that's true, but I don't want them to close. I love typewriters and I was so happy they existed. So I don't know, y'all. We're gonna have to see. But like pray for them, because otherwise it's just that one place that I don't want to go to because they were mean to me, and then this place that was amazing and maybe closed. So I don't know, y'all, but that is where I get my typewriter ribbon. You can get typewriter ribbon on Amazon. It's just that the ones that I bought weren't like amazing, and the one that this guy had were. So I'm gonna call him and just like hope it's his cell phone or something, because he seemed like older and that just seemed like something that would happen. So we shall see. Hi. Okay. Larson fam, welcome. Did y'all, just like out of curiosity, was there like an ad? Was it okay? What happened? Let me know. Right before the stream, did anything happen? Thank you. I have a bow. Thanks. It is. Hi, Amanda. Oh, Amanda. This is the typewriter. I almost just dropped it and I would have thrown wax everywhere. It would have been devastating, but we'll carry on from that. This is the typewriter in question. She is absolutely beautiful, and this makeshift shelf situation that I made is honestly an absolute hazard. Don't do this. Hi, Lilac. Hi, hello. Okay. Y'all, I need this to be, I don't have access to the scissors at the minute, but I do love them and I appreciate it. Yes, Friday night type night. ASMR typewriter time. So if any of you weren't on TikTok yesterday, Oh, love, let me put you on here. I am preparing mentally, physically, mostly mentally, because there's an outdoor event in Rhode Island, which is where I live. Hi, Dempsey. I'll check, friend. Oh, Dempsey. There's an outdoor event where I live, and I'm gonna bring my typewriter and try and write poetry for the masses. Now, there are a couple things that could happen. One, this could be a really great, hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This could be a really great opportunity where I build confidence and it goes amazing and everybody is lovely. Two, no one could order any poetry and I could just be sitting there hoping. Three, I get kicked out because I'm technically on the, street doing things with the typewriter, and maybe I'm not supposed to, I don't know, but or four, it's a mix of all of those things, I don't know, but it's the 31st, so I'm trying to get prepared. I'm very excited and very scared. If you didn't know, I write custom poetry. If you would like any, it's TreasuredLetter.com. I would love to make you something, but I am putting a book out one of these days. I'm working on it currently, of poetry, and I'm thinking that I will try my best to, what's the word? Be brave, and it'll be so good. Thanks, Jody. Okay, so hold on one second here. There we go. All right, so who else came in? Coriander. Okay, Alex. Okay, there we go. And I'm writing in everybody's name that's present because I appreciate you. I must say, I'm going to turn off the hold on, I have to go behind you for a minute. Seeing a video on my computer of myself so that I can see the chat is throwing me off, and I don't know how to not see myself but see the chat. But I made it really dim. So I don't know what to do. But I muted it so I don't throw myself off terribly. Hi. Okay. Welcome. Yes, you can donate now. There's stickers, and the goal for today, I don't know if we'll make it, but the goal is $50 in sales or donations, and 50 subscribers. I don't know if that will happen or not, because I do know that vertical streams versus horizontal, there is a difference in terms of what gets promoted and whatnot, but we're gonna do our best. This is my first one, so we're gonna see how it goes. But this is a typewriter. It's from the 40s. This actually lifts up, and there's ribbon inside, and we're typing away. So, thanks, Amanda. Love you. Okay, I need these to read. So you might be like, shouldn't you be wearing those every stream? Yes, but they went with the aesthetic today. Today is vintage vibes and cute little bows for typewriter time. That's what happened. So that's where we are, and welcome. Okay, so this never happens, but basically I was saying welcome to Friday night type night. I just put TL typing night. Oh, you know what? That's a pretty good name. Anyway, and I said I'll be your host, Erica, and this is the first time that the typewriter bell was on my own name. Does that mean I'm gonna have good luck? In case you didn't know, I've been writing down everybody's name who comes in, and it is a very rainy day today. How was your day? I'm writing everyone's name in and putting it on here to thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Y'all are so lovely. So, this is what the room looks like. This is what I look like. I'm thrown off. But here we are. Okay, so if you didn't know, I make like lockets and... Oh wait, where's this camera now? Oh my God, there? I don't know. I went like this because that's where it always is. Sorry, it's over here now. I'm thrown off. So I'm so flustered. Sorry. Anyway, so back on track. These are glass lockets. I don't know where the other one is. Right here. Can you see it? These are glass lockets, and I make, like, I type out poems and I make lockets and things, and I use sealing wax, which is the same type of wax that you use to seal envelopes. So on the poetry, it's sealed with wax, and the stickers and the lockets have wax on them. So that is what I make. And here we are. So, hi Heather. Thank you. That's what Heather sounds like on the typewriter. Hi Skylight. That's what Skylight sounds like. Welcome. I do feel like I feel farther away, which is strange. Like I'm I feel like I look weird because I don't know, the dimensions are different. But anyway, that's fine. Everything's fine. But I told y'all I was gonna do my best to see how this goes versus the vertical streams and then be the judge. I've also never had anything that was monetized with commercials before, and that's what happens when you're streaming this way. So we're gonna see what happens, because frankly, I have no idea. And then I will report back to you how much I made. But very exciting. Thank you for being here. Okay. I wrote thanks for being here and being so supportive. Love y'all. And that is what it sounds like when I type that. This is Mildred, a typewriter from 1949, when things were very different. And if you needed to type on the go, you would get a traveling typewriter, which is what this is, that comes with a linen carrying case, much like a giant suitcase, which I now need to find because, like, I don't know where I put it. And I know I said it's giant. It is. But I put it away somewhere thinking, like, where am I going to go? Do you know what I mean? So, we shall see. Having problems typing on the screens. I don't know what that means. Thank you for being here. I very much appreciate it. And if any of you would like anything, it's TreasuredLetter.com. So, I'm thinking for my first ever like poetry outing, I'm gonna be really scared. When someone looks in my eyes and is like, sure, write me a poem, and then I see into their soul and panic, I'm gonna have either freeze response or just run. And neither one of those can happen if I wanna do this, because I had told you all the truth, which was that if we did really well on YouTube and we got that fancy YouTube money, that we would travel around and I would write poems for people. So this is step one of that. I'm manifesting. Do I think it's crazy? Yes. Am I afraid of people? Also yes. So we'll have to find out. That's true. If y'all have a moment to like or subscribe, that would be kind. They're good glasses. Thank you. You're discombobulated always. All right. So no tippity tapping. Yes, please do. I'm scared, Heather. I'm so scared because I tend to be like, what's the saying? A deer in headlight. Like I'll just, you know, stare. Oh, thank you, Leroy. Let me type that out too. Thank you. Thank you so much. And hold on, let me make sure I spell Leroy right. There we go. And now I know that the that the ad's working. This is my first YouTube partner monetized stream, so that was really nice. Thank you so much. Yo, that was nice. Okay, I have to like it on there because I can't like it on here, which is throwing me off. So I think I'm gonna figure out like the way this works. Is I don't know if, I'm like, okay, I have to use my opposite hand here. There are different options, but I don't know what they do, so I better not touch something. Heather, thank you. Oh my God, y'all. Thank you. Wait. I love the ding. That said thank you to Heather so that you know what it sounds like. I feel like they're in their jammies, which is cute. So I didn't question it because I assume at all times that we all want to be in our jammies. The emoji donations don't have the option but the chat. Oh, so that's why I can like some of them and other ones I can't. I don't want it to feel like I chose favorites though, so I'm sending out hearts this way. My typewriter is ancient and I love it so much. Her name is Mildred. Thank you so very much. Y'all, okay, wait. Okay, so the goal for today, pardon my math, is give or take, I think, $32 and or 31 and something, I don't know, change. But anyway, the point is, we're definitely towards our goal, which I did not expect at all because I thought this would be like I didn't know if anyone would be here because I didn't know if the ads would make it freeze or what would happen, but it seems to be working. What happens? Do you think it's like a penny? I don't know. I'm excited. I got one for butter. I'm sorry. I put parameters on it that were like, you know, nothing too bad. So like, so you got butter. Is it bad if I'm honest and I'm like, thank you so much? Butter. I'm vegan. Alright, anyway. Oh, that cracked me up. It's so perfect. Hopefully, the coolest butter is like the ones that are like in the shapes of things. Like sometimes you see them on the holidays and they sell like a tree of butter or like a duck of butter. I don't know, is it probably not a duck? Anyway, something. Have you ever seen those? Heather. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I wrote super thanks to Heather in caps with 3 exclamation points because I was excited. Thank you. That was so kind. Oh my God, that was very thoughtful. Oh wait, I can like that one. Wait, yay, little hearts and likes and stuff. I don't know the difference between hearting it and the thumbs up, but I stand by doing both because I feel that way. All caps. So, fun part about a vintage typewriter, there's a bunch of things that aren't here that you could use, like say for instance an exclamation point. I put a period and then a backspace and a comma over it, and it looks like an exclamation point. Also, the number 1 isn't present. You just use it lowercase l. But what you will notice is that there is, okay, look in here, see if you can see it move. Can you see it? You see it, like the whole apparatus moving? Okay, so that is caps lock. And then if you hit the freedom button, it releases. So that is that, which I think is really cool because there's so many things in here that you don't use anymore and so many things that would be helpful if we had. Like I have fraction, like I have a quarter and a fourth, but I don't have like quotation marks that go this way. They only go down so that you can use them on both sides. It's very interesting because it's like some things are just relics and other things are still on here. Like when are you going to use the cents sign? Like 50 cents. Like when are you going to use that? Never. But it's so good. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. I gotta prepare myself to like say that, but I don't remember. So I appreciate y'all putting that in there. I really do. Okay. But before I used to like get really flustered saying that and I would stutter. So if you notice, I said that pretty seamlessly. So I don't see a sub button. Oh, how do I put it on there? Oh no. I don't know. Everything is different and there's like more things, but I'm afraid to touch them because I don't know what they do. And I am well aware that I will be a little menace and push every button. So better not. Okay. Now. Okay, so basically, oh, you're going to the airport. Yes, have a lovely time. I like the airport because it's like being in limbo where you're excited to be there or you're very much not, depending upon your situation. But everyone is in flux there, so I find it really fascinating. I find the people that look really put together and beautiful at the airport to be just a marvel. Because I look psychotic. Every option to look comfortable, I have. So we'll see if when I go on my honeymoon, I try and look put together, but probably not. So it depends on the paper, but usually I have, once it dings, a couple more letters. So you can get away with a few more. So I do make the margins, like with a ruler, I measure where they're gonna be. So that way, so I measure this and I measure the longest line, and that is how I determine where it will be and how to like make it even. With a little tiny mini ruler that's purple, and I love it with all of my heart. So I have a whole system so that it always looks nice on the page and it's how you like want it to be. Do you know what I mean? So this is small because it was an example I made for the website, but you'll see that like the margins are pretty good considering I'm winging it. But so I never make it all the way, but typically you have a couple extra, but you can't push your luck because it will stop you. Like it will just stop working after maybe like 3 or 4 letters. But this one I set up based on, because I'm using a small piece of paper. So I have maybe like 3 digits maybe before the page is not there anymore because it's so small. I get nervous and I look, yes, agreed, Liv, agreed. Although I think it's the Providence, Rhode Island, or is it the Boston one? I've been to both airports and one of them has dogs for rent. I don't know the nice way to say that, but basically they have this volunteer stuff where you can go on the website and be like, hey, can a dog visit me? And for 15 minutes, a dog will sit with you and you can play with it. And then they just leave. And that is what the volunteers do all day for people that are nervous to travel. And I love that. I think it's so cute because I was sitting next to a lovely person and she had called them and I didn't know. And so a dog just showed up and they were like, pet me. And I was like, I'm so happy. so there's things like that in some of the airports, which I think is so cute. Oh, that's fun. I don't know if my name is on anything ever. Well, I do have a little like Japanese stamp because Erica is also a name in Japan. So that was exciting, but I've never found my name on anything else before. All right. So yeah, 3 letters. Okay, so $21.93 is our goal for today, and 1,000,000 trillion subs and maybe some likes. Those are our goals. I don't know if we'll make them, but if I don't put it out into the universe, we definitely won't. So now I don't know how thank you. That is so kind, Lynn. And safe travels, by the way. So I don't know how, like, okay. I don't know if you've ever seen someone, his name is Harry Mack. He's extremely talented, and in no way am I comparing myself to him. He is extremely fascinatingly talented, and he is a rapper who just improvs everything. And you can give him full scenarios, and he will out loud rap a whole landscape of beautiful imagery and use words that you've provided, and it's just insanely, incredibly talented individual. I think he has YouTube. He's like famous. Anyway, so I'm not saying that I have any of those skills. I'm just saying that I look at that and think, like, am I gonna freeze when they're like, here's some words, write a poem? Am I gonna panic? I'm so scared. So I'm going to try my very best. Hi, Timothy. He is awesome. I agree. He's really cool. And I guess he was just in Massachusetts and I didn't know because I might have gone. Anyway, so yes, again, not comparing myself, just saying that I'm starting a journey which involves coming up with things on the spot. So I look at him and I think, how does he do that? And I'm scared. So I don't know if like a good thing is to just keep writing poetry on my own so that I like, it's just what I'm doing, you know? Or if like I don't know how to prepare for this, because I'm going to be making poetry just out in public. And if they give me a prompt or something, I will try and write them something. And I think the only thing going for me is that when I'm really scared, I just word vomit. So I thought, like, just put pen to paper. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes out. Maybe it'll be okay. But I don't know. But if you would like to support it, I do write poetry currently, just not while people are currently, you know, staring. And I have mystery poems where I like choose a topic and I type it out on a typewriter and I put little rose petals inside and I seal the envelope with wax like that, or, you know, whatever pattern you'd like. But I'm thinking, you know, there's got to be some ways to start. And I was thinking maybe just having some practice prompts like ahead of time. I don't know. Olivia, that is what your name sounds like on a typewriter. Okay, so A prompt generator. Oh, what is that? Oh, I've never heard of that. That's a great idea. All right, I got to write that down for myself. So one thing I learned from meeting a poet on the street in Austin, Texas, was that when he was running out of space, he would just make a dash and finish the word on the next line. That would never occur to me. And you might be like, obviously, of course you could do that, Erica. But it would never occur to me because everything I make, I want it to look as perfect as possible. I want every line to be perfect. I want everything to be polished and gorgeous. And I edit the poems and I make sure that I feel great about them and I read them out loud so that they flow. I really work hard on what I write. And so I just thought it was like weirdly like freeing. So I just wrote half of a word and then the other half on the next line, and I felt like a rebel. So thanks, Anwar. That is super helpful. I did not know that was a thing, and that is perfect. That's exactly what I need. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that I bring stuff up to y'all because y'all know so much. Okay, so I keep forgetting to type. Sorry about that. It is typewriter type night. I feel like people are going to be like, write me a love poem, but in my head, they're going to show up and say, write me a poem about fairies, and write me a poem about the color of my eyes, and write me a poem about a person that I met today that made me smile. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think someone's going to come up and be like, write me a poem about the color purple, and I'm going to be like, perfect, absolutely, can do. But realistically, I think it's just going to be like, can you write a love poem for the person standing here? And I'm going to panic. But I'm going to do it. But I don't know. So at least if they're there, though, I can ask follow-up questions, which is really nice. But that's what I'm thinking. Can you see the comments? I've been going back and forth because I can see them right when they come up, but if I miss them, they're gone forever. So that's why I put my computer on behind you, so I can kind of glance, because otherwise I don't know how, like, I would just miss things and then never know, which is difficult when you're like, you know. So, but yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if people are going to be as weird as I'm hoping that they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping someone is like, write me a poem about my ferret, and I'm gonna be like, absolutely. But it might just be like, you know, I don't know. So I gotta practice just in case I meet like a magical ethereal creature who would like a poem about that. So we shall say. I had to drop out of drawing. Yes, I am very scared. So fun Erica lore is that I initially went to school for music, and then it was so stressful that I was like, I hate this. I need to go. And I ended up transferring to writing. And I was so happy and so in love with writing, and it meant so very much to me. And now I get to do writing for a living. And so I'm trying to lean more into poetry. Of course, I still do letters for people. So anything you write, I'll make into like a beautiful letter and send it. Type it out, seal it with wax, all the good stuff. But I love writing. So because it's a real passion of mine, I'm trying to like lean into that more, and so here we are. Contact messages. Oh, I'll take a look. My dog. You have a pup? eating your hair. Oh no. Donations welcome. Thank you. Yes, I have stickers now, and I don't really know the rules, but I hope that you like the chat, and that there's not too many butter commercials, but also I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's like, I can't imagine it's like $1 million, but in my head it could be. It could be. From the ads, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm very happy. What's the lever do? Pull the lever, crunk. This one, we're gonna rotate the whole thing. Right there is a lever, and that is just to push it back, because when you type, the roller moves everything, and then this pushes it back. So it works lovingly, perfect, magical. But I suppose if everyone does want like love poems and stuff, I have the most experience writing those. So that would probably be best case scenario, because if my mind goes blank, I've written so many, I think I can do it. Even if I'm so scared that I'm just shaking, and like hopefully don't come off as really crazy, because I'm like, but we'll see. But I think that will be good. I don't know. Yes, we do have sponsored. We do have sponsored giveaways coming up. On Sunday, we're going to do a giveaway on here of some stickers, brought to you by Lilac. And if you're wondering why that is, you can sponsor a giveaway by like paying it forward on my site, which is TreasuredLetter.com. There's a link on my page if you'd like. But anyway, if you sponsor a giveaway, it's paying it forward. We do a giveaway in your honor, and it's just a lovely thing to do. And we do giveaways because of that, and it's a really kind, wonderful community that we've built here, and I couldn't be more proud. So now for the giveaway, you just have to be here. That's it. It's on Sunday. The stream is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we make stickers, and then we give stickers away to somebody who's present, and also preferably subscribed, because that seems only fair. Okay, so what is today? Today is May 16th. Okay, so I definitely think that I can write a bunch and that it'll work. I think. I don't know. But I have 2 weeks to figure this out. Less now. Maybe 16 to 31. What is that? Is that 2 weeks? Anyway, I am terrified and excited, and that is exactly how I felt when I started this, and that's exactly how I felt when I quit my full-time job to do this. And I think it is the next progression. I think it would be fun if I could be out and about in the world writing poetry for people with my typewriter. And then when you need to find me, you'll find me under, like, I don't know, some monument somewhere, writing a poem. I thought about that, but I'm gonna be like in the city at night. And if I just set up my phone, because I'm trying to do this by myself, because to me, doing things alone is a very big part of this. I'm trying desperately to not let anyone help me and to just be brave and do a leap of faith. But that being said, I'm nervous that my phone will get taken if I just put it near me on a thing. I'm scared to leave it somewhere unattended while I'm doing things. So the first one, at least, I don't think there's gonna be any like, I'll make a video proving that I was there, but I don't think you'll be able to see like the people. I don't know. Right? I'm scared. That would be so easy to just run off with, and I'd just be like, well, because like I cannot afford that, but I will not leave my typewriter. So given the chance, Mildred every time. I need to do like a little table, a chair, a sign. I think I'm just gonna have people pay what they want because it's the first time, and I'm trying to get comfortable, so I'm not gonna set prices or anything like that. This is strictly a art expo. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hi. Hi, Julian. Okay, wait. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi. Y'all, we're very close to our goal now. Like I'm sorry, I started like stuttering because I was excited. Sorry about that. Hi, Depsy. So who knows? Maybe it tells me. Wait. No, it wouldn't tell me till after, right? Because it doesn't know how many people are in the stream. I've never had a monetized stream before, so like, look at me, a fancy YouTube partner. But I do feel like a small child here because this is so tall that I feel like it makes me look even smaller. But it's up on 3 of these to be able to reach in frame. So will I be doing this every time? I don't know. But the butter, that did crack me up. So here's hoping that there's more ads for butter. That's funny. I didn't even know that was a thing, and I think it's hilarious. It's like ads for eggs. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, so we shall see. But I'm just so lucky here. I am so fortunate to know you all and to be here. Truly I am. And I love it. Okay, so yeah, I feel like if I'm back here, I look really, really far away, but it seems more in proportion. You know what I mean? Hi, Aaron. Oh, let me put Aaron's name. That's what your name sounds like on the typewriter. I've been putting everyone's name in, and this is sort of what we've got so far, as well as some other things we have discussed, because I keep these, and one of these days they'll probably be lining this wall. There's comments to read. Hello, hello. Is it getting close to the mark that you're doing the poem book? We shall see. I am still working on it, but it is something that I really want to be like proud of. So it is a slow process. That is true, but I am hoping to have it this year, and I hope that you love it. 16 days is 2.86 weeks. Oh, good. So I've got more than 2 weeks. I've got ample time. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. No, I don't. I still have to like get a chair and stuff. I am such a procrastinator when it comes to like I have everything ready except for like a tent or a table. Like I don't have like, you know what I mean? Like I'll make all the art and then be like, oh right, a display. So that's why I have loved ones helping me with the holiday market, because otherwise I won't have a table. I'll just like have a bunch of poetry on the floor. So I have to be careful. So the goal for today, 50 subs, 50 likes, $50 in sales or donations. We've made it to $30, which is so kind, and 16 likes, which is pretty good considering I knew it would be a difference because of the horizontal situation. That's the nature of it. But I do think that this is huge. This is big strides, and I'm so excited. Thank you. Yeah, isn't it crazy how much stuff is coming up this year? This year I'm seeing the Grand Canyon for the very first time. And I'm so excited. And I am only spending a day there. And I'm thrilled. So that's at the end of June. And then in September, I'm going on a honeymoon. So after that, I'm free. So if we have miraculously done really well on YouTube and we can swing it, then I'll travel more and make poetry for people out on the streets and film it and have some fun. But we're not there yet. We're at step 1. Have a great night. You too, friend. Thank you. We're at step 1. We're at the starting line, which I tend to restart a lot because I like move the starting line. Do you know what I mean? Because it's always, you're always learning with a business, with a small business or a large business, I suppose. So pretty exciting. So basically, exciting moments and happy memories that I hope you can experience with me, and love and joy and a community based on kindness. That is what Treasured Letter is, and I am so very lucky to have all of you be a part of it and join me. So I am very grateful. Okay, so typewriter night is Friday night type night, so that's this evening, and we are typing on a vintage typewriter from 1949. It is a royal era. I write poetry and send letters and things for people from this typewriter. Then tomorrow is Saturday, so I will be live on TikTok at 10:30 p.m. EST. And then same thing, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, I will be on YouTube. We're going to do a giveaway. and it's sponsored by Lilac, so we'll all have to thank Lilac then. But that is the plan for the week. Today I made curry, kind of. I used like jarred curry, but then I added a whole bunch of stuff and made like a big soup. And then I made enough for like a week, maybe more. Like I made way too much, so I'm gonna share it. But it was like chickpeas and veggies and stuff, and it was really good, so I was really proud of myself. I've been learning to cook with like ginger and nutmeg and like warm spices, so it was really good. I was proud. Anyway, I just took everything I had and kind of threw it in, so I was proud. If you didn't know, I'm like not that good of a cook, so it was an exciting moment for me that it worked out. So anyway, that was my foodie experience. How is Dan? He is so good. He is driving to Vermont tomorrow to help his family with something, and then driving home in the same day, which if you live outside the United States, you're going to think is crazy. If you live inside the United States, I don't think you will, because it's like a good 3.5 hour drive maybe. And that's not too crazy to do in one day if you're from around here. So, but I've noticed a lot of people in other countries think that's bananas. Thank you. It does help with like engagement and watch hours and all of that. All of the like comments and the watching and stuff is amazing. So thank you. If we could get up to like 20 likes, I feel like that would be amazing. So if you haven't liked yet, please do. And my suitcase is ready. No. Did I go for a walk? Yes, I did. I worked on someone's locket today. I stuck up for myself in a way that usually stresses me, so I was really proud of myself. And so that was like a good thing, but can be stressful, but like it was important to advocate, so I did that and I was proud of myself. And then yeah, I did a lot today. I cooked and I walked and I made some things and I worked on stuff for about 5 hours maybe, and then did some other stuff, did some videos that I have to post still, bunch of stuff. So oh, I like that, Joanne. That's cool. That's true. Everything here that I think is really old, a lot of countries think is like really young. So that's an interesting point too, because that is the case. And Dan is becoming like an old man very rapidly, and I absolutely love it. I feel like soon he's gonna have dad jokes. Like he's really leaning into learning about history and then telling me about it. So when we go places, he likes to tell me like how old it is, and then to keep that into perspective with things happening in, you know, history. And I just think it's so cute because when he talks about it, he like lights up and is really excited. And I can relate to that part. I don't know anything about history at all, but I do like how excited and how when people are passionate about something, the way that they talk about it and their mannerisms just absolutely light up. I love that. I should write a poem about that. I'm gonna write that down. this is what I do. My phone is full of notes, and the notes are psychotic because I'm like, oh, I should write a poem about that. But I do that when I'm dreaming. So I wake up and I like look at notes to myself or poems I've written in my sleep. Like in that groggy moment when you're half asleep and half awake, and I'm like, what? I'm like, when did that happen? But my whole phone is full of voice memos, like notes, texts, things that are prompts that I've thought of to write more poetry. I really love what I do. I really do. Gotta figure out for December a list for Christmas fair of like what I'm gonna have, you mean? Because I have like some ideas, but I would like to do a couple extra things that like don't exist on the shop that will just be for like fancy because you came out in person. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna see. That was a good guess of when this is ending. I made it crooked because I took it out to show y'all earlier and I didn't center it well. I didn't mind though. So that is today's. It's looking crazy. And that is perfect, right? Anyway, so I said I love y'all and appreciate you joining me for Friday Night Type Night with Treasured Letter. Have a great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow on TikTok and again on Sunday on YouTube, 10:30 p.m. EST. Good night, my friends. Sincerely and with love, Erica, Treasured Letter. I forgot to write Taylor, but this is what it looks like. All y'all's names are on there. And I tried to make like a fun little scroll today. So this is a small scrap of paper, but it is pretty paper. It has flowers in it. That's the type of paper that you get for the poetry. But I appreciate you being here. And I'm so grateful. Truly, I am. That's true, Jody, but the Rolly carts, I have to be careful because they don't support much. Some of the ones that I have, the drawers fall out when I put a full one of these in because they're so heavy. So I have to be careful with the typewriter because it's quite heavy. So I'm going to figure it out, but we'll see what happens. Oh my God, I made a sale. Wait. Oh my God. Did I really? Thanks, Erin. I would love to make you stickers and surprise you. I don't. Oh, I do. I'll surprise you. But if you have anything in mind, let me know, because I do have a lot of unreleased stickers. Or if you have any like joys that you really love, let me know and I'll run with that. I see you like mountains. Same. Same. So I will make you some beautiful stickers. Thank you. Oh, that made my night. Thank you, y'all. Okay, wait. Does that mean we made our goal? Wait, hold on. Almost. Close enough. We're off by like $9.99 or some silly number. So I'm not good at cents, but it's like 3 cents or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna round up because I just think that's amazing. Thank you. All right, so that made my day. Thank you. I love making things for people. I really do. So this is Friday Night Type Night, May the 16th. This is our first ever monetized stream, which is why it is this way. I am going to look into whether or not it can be this way, because that is significantly easier so you can see the typewriter, because otherwise I have it on 3 of these, which seems treacherous because it's very heavy and it will fall backwards if I'm not careful. But anyway, so that is our stream for today, and I'm so happy that you came, and thank you so much for your support. And I don't even know how to figure this out, and if we can turn it off as usual. I don't even know. Andrew, thank you. Oh my god, wait, we gotta add that somewhere. We'll put it on the back. Okay. Thank you, friend. Okay, I put thank you to Andrew too, and I put a little smiley face. Isn't it cute? It doesn't look anything like the new, like a computerized one, I don't think. I just think it's cute. Anyway, so thank you. It wouldn't fit over here because that's I feel like that would be pushing it. Trying to put it here. So it's here. Thank you. That was so kind. That was so kind. No, we made our goal for today, and I didn't expect that. I really didn't. That was nice. So thank you very, very much. Make sure I didn't miss any messages from y'all because I can't see, but that was so kind. Thank you. Love y'all. I really do. This is a community based on kindness. And when I meet people and they ask what I do, I always say, like, I have a business based on kindness. And I stand by that. Y'all are a wonderful community of lovely people that always just surprise me. So thank you very, very, very much. That's true. We are almost at 20, which is pretty shocking because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was just going to be me. Like, I didn't know what's going to go at it. I can't wait to find out, like, what happens with, like, the monetized thing. Like, I have no idea what's happening, and I'm excited because I like when that happens. And it's fun. Let's surprises that are fun. Anyway, I love y'all. I tried to be very vintage inspired today, so I hope that you saw the vision and enjoyed and had fun with Typewriter Type Night. Thank you so much for being here and being so supportive and wonderful. I'm very grateful for all y'all. I didn't know you could do that. I've got a lot to learn. Anyway, I love y'all. But sweet dreams. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go turn into a little pumpkin, but y'all are amazing, and I'm just like the luckiest little elf in the whole world. So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow on TikTok if you're available. It's a Saturday, or Sunday on YouTube, we're going to do a giveaway. I keep trying not to tell you, but the cat's out of the bag, so I'm just telling you. We're doing a giveaway. Love y'all, and I will see you then. Thank you so very much. Sweet dreams. Good night. And thank you for joining me for my first YouTube partnership stream. I think that's cool, and I feel really excited and honored. Love y'all.